What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle, where we are in Space Hulk Deathwing, overloading these zappy things over here so that we can blow up the Elethros. We're on our way out of here. I'm pretty sure this will more than likely be the last episode, I think? I don't know, they made it sound like this is like my final suicide mission in order to save the chapter or whatever, and get all the gene seed whittled away and stored in our little gene seed pouches, or, I don't know, our gene seed fanny packs, or wherever we put our gene seed. I don't really have any idea. I really wish my apothecary would stop trying to take the lead on some of this stuff. He's just not the guy for it. He's just not very good at fighting. He's really, really good at using opiates. Fantastic at that job, but everything else he seems to be a tad lackluster at. You guys can kill enemies whenever you want. I'm going this way, and we need to get the hell out of here. We've got to overload several of these things. The closest one is off to our left, so I figure we'll head off in that direction and try to get that gone. Man, what a week it has been for me. Been knocked out with the flu for the last couple of days. Haven't had it in a couple of years, so I don't know why I didn't expect to get it. I got it from one of my wife's co-workers. You know, if you're super sick, maybe don't go to work. Because I guess there's this girl, they call her Subonic Plague. Her name is Sue. They call her Subonic Plague, though. Influenza. And apparently she always comes to work sick no matter what. And it always ends up getting everybody else at work sick. And so that's how she's earned all of her nicknames. And once again, Sue managed to give everybody the flu. Sue gave everybody the flu, including extended family members. I got sick. Everybody in my family got sick. It's like, man, and all that because you just didn't call in sick for work. I don't understand it. Why would you do this to people? Why would you do this to people? Just be a decent human being and like, hey, I've got the sniffles and booger bubbles and shit. I'm just gonna stay home today. I'm not going to inflict this on the rest of the human beings. You guys better knock it off. I'm tired of hearing your shenanigans. Oh, that's a bunch of warrior strains. God damn. Sorry, guys. You gotta go. So we actually don't really have a lot of solid access points to get... Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter because I don't need to go this way anyways. I gotta go down south further. I haven't found any relics, but then again, I'm not really focusing on relics in this mission. I don't really care about them altogether that much. I don't know. We're getting towards the end of the game. I kind of just want to end it all. Just want to finish my mission here. They've said that it's going to be a suicide mission, but I'm going to go against that. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can survive this thing and be like a hero of the Imperium. And I don't know. Maybe that'll give me direct access to the Sisters of Battle or something. You know, just be like, hey, Sisters of Battle, I'm a hero of the Imperium. Shower your lovin' upon me. Oh yeah. I don't think that they would shower much lovin', I'll be honest. Just taking a look at them, they seem like they might be a little bit... well, ill-aligned with that particular branch of Imperial service, I suppose. They seem like they would mostly just hurt you. And not like in an emotional way either. I'm pretty sure they communicate mostly with headbutts and drop kicks. Well, I'm trying, if you guys would move. No, my weapon is jamificated. Get out of here, evil critters. I blast you with large bullets the size of a man's head. And that's still not enough to kill him. Give that a thought for a second. That's still not enough to murder him. Oh, this poor bastard over here. Dude, they're like using this guy as like a carburetor. That was like his sole job. They'd be like, you will be the holy carburetor of the ship. Hey, none of that. And if there's any little psyker bastards... Did you just try to punch me? I'm in Terminator armor. These cultists gotta think better. They gotta think more, and they gotta think better. Yeah, we've got several Broodlord problems. I don't know if anybody else has really dialed in on that factor just yet. But the Broodlords do seem to be an issue. There you go. You gotta block him with the shield. Nice work. See, that's why we bring the tank along. That's why we bring the tank along. Is because he can block that Broodlord claw without even thinking about it. You're like, ugh, this is a reflex for me. It's not even challenging. Alright, so let's get this deactivated. So there we go. We've opened up the blast shielding on yet another set of the reactors. Now we gotta cross the ship and go to the other side. Things appear to be turning a slightly...
One last relay must be reactivated to overload the plasma reactor. Critical reactor detonation imminent. The resultant explosion will consume the Space Hulk.
Like, couldn't we just wait it out, though? Like, you say the consummate explosion is going to eat the Space Hulk. Does that mean we really have to? Like, you said one is imminent anyway, so how about we just go back to the ship and we just let this thing do its course? It doesn't sound like we actually have to overload the other generators, because you just said the reactor failure is imminent. So, maybe we should not kill ourselves for the greater glory? I mean, I know it makes for good storytelling, and it makes for good glory for the chapter and all that. However, at the same time, I can't help but feel like this is a waste of allocated resources. I shall take the lead, brother. Uh-oh, until my weapons jam. I was going to take the lead, but then, unfortunately, I got a little bit of strawberry or boysenberry or something down inside my gun. I apologize, brothers, for my messy eating habits, which have now doomed us. Chaos prevails, all is lost. Everything is the worst. Also, I've got a headache. So who's getting eaten right now? Because somebody is really... It sounds like somebody's getting eaten. Here, you heal yourself very quickly. And then I suppose we'll make our way over here to overload these things, assuming there's not too many avenues which have been blocked off. But yeah, I've had the flu for like 3 or 4 days now. I'm on like the 4th day. So like I still feel weak, you know what I mean? Like that weird shaky body feeling where you just have no energy. But simultaneously, I'm on the back end of the mountain right now, headed down. The second day is always the worst. When you're sick the first day, you've got that itchy throat and you're like, ah, shit, I'm getting sick. And then the second day is where you're just like, oh my god, kill me, please. And then the third day, you're like, all right, I'm over the hill. I'm over the hill. I don't want to die anymore. And then by day 4, you're just like, I feel like I went to the gym too long yesterday. Oh, cool. I found a big-ass key. And a gas mask. Anybody want a gas mask? I found a gas mask. I need to plot out how we're going to get up to this area because... Oh, we've actually got to go, like, fully around the horn. Like, we got to go all the way around. I had no idea. Okay. So I got to go out this way, take a left, all the way around the horn through the big hallway to the other side. To me, it still sounds like there's a relic, like, on our left somewhere. Yeah, you handle the warrior strains. Do your thing. Like, you hear that? It sounds like it's over here somewhere. But there's, like, most assuredly nothing to our left, unless it's inside the narthex area. Or the marine area, maybe. I don't know. We mostly assembled all the relics. Let's be about our business. I'm not going to heal for right now, and I know that's just like tempting a broodlord to come and take me out. But I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Auspex was picking up something over here. That's what a scanner is called in Warhammer 40k. It's called an Auspex array. And you've just got to get used to that. I'm thinking northwards is 100% where we want to go. Yeah, I think we're solid. Well, then kill it. You don't have to report everything that happens to me. Just be like, oh, hold on. The wall is on fire. I just walked past a skeleton. I just picked a booger. Stalker strain imminent. I'm just like, just kill it, man. You don't even need to tell me. What makes you think that even for a moment I would be interested in the fact that there's yet another Tyrannid? That we've killed billions of them so far. Like, we have legitimately carved our way through legions of these things. It's just, it shouldn't be a surprise any longer that, hey, maybe there's a couple around. I don't know what the lion's passive thing does that I put on myself. I assume it does something, but I would highly recommend that the developers maybe label it a little bit better. I don't know, just in terms of, like, video, in a storyline, alright, like inside of a book, it's okay to leave mysteries like that. Inside of a video game where you've got limited loadout options and every slot counts, telling the player exactly what they're getting out is probably the best course of action. I'm helping by shooting you in the face while you're trying to fight in melee. Aren't I helpful? Everybody tell me how helpful I am. And if you don't, I'll complain and I'll stop helping. Oh, shit. They'll be coming down the column when they come. They'll be coming down the column when they come. Then I'm gonna beat and shoot 'em. Then I'm gonna steal and loot 'em. I bet there's treasures that way. Like, we know that there was something down in the narthex on this side. It was either in the marine area or it was in the narthex over here. Ah, sure, we can go southwards and look for it. What kind of marine would I be if I left sacred relics behind for the enemy just to claim and, like, have? I give the orders here. Calm down. Know your place. Know your station. Hey. I don't think a stubber would even have a remote chance of getting through Terminator armor. Like, that'd be a tough one without Righteous Fury. Righteous Fury is what you call a crit in Dark Heresy. So power armor, I think, has 8 as its armor value to all body parts. And that's like Space Marine power armor. That's not Terminator armor. I think Terminator armor has like 10 or 11 toughness. Oh, shit. I should probably handle that then. And then that stacks with your toughness stat, which for a Space Marine would be 55-ish or 50-ish, which means that a Space Marine would have like a damage mitigation of like 16 before he even took his first damage. To put that in perspective, in order to harm that, a stubber would do 1d10. I think it's pen 0, so I think a stubber... Sorry, I'm talking about Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy stuff right now, so if you don't know how the systems work, essentially, I'm talking about in tabletop how hard it is to get through. I'm debating whether or not it's actually physically possible to hurt Terminator armor with a stubber, or even a heavy stubber, in all honesty, because a heavy stubber, I think, is only like 1d10 plus 5 plus weapon skill, which means that it has like a... it's like a 9 to 21, so they would have to have on the higher end of the damage spectrum just to deal damage in the first place. Is this the narthex that we were talking about? So that's where we were right there when we were hearing the whispers, so it must be in the marine area if it's not here. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the damage values are for a heavy stubber in Dark Heresy, but you would need like vehicle-mounted weapons to even stand a chance of damaging. Yeah, there's definitely something here. It's got to be in the marine area. Yeah, there it is right there. So that's the relic that we were hearing when we were trying to get through here. The minor relic has been found, so that's 2 out of however many. 6, I think, for this mission. I'm going to jet across the other side. I love Dark Heresy, by the way. It's one of my favorite tabletop games, but it's so spiky and so random, whereas like a lot of other systems have ways to adjust for randomness. You just have to accept in Dark Heresy that the best chance you'll ever have to do any activity is like 70%. Like, it's very, very difficult to have, like, some characters will have... Combat skills are a little different, because combat skills you can have like a 90% chance to hit, but that doesn't matter because there's skills called dodge and parry in Dark Heresy that just instantly negate hits. And so it can be a little bit difficult to kill certain enemies. Like a character with multi-parry. I don't think that one's activated. A character that has multi-parry is really going to be a pain in the ass to kill in melee combat. Like, you're really going to have trouble. Although dodge is far more valuable. There's no reason to take in Dark Heresy. There's no reason to take parry over dodge. Like, unless... Oh, cool. We found a boot. That's pretty sweet. I've always felt like parry is a little bit of a booby prize in Dark Heresy. Like, basically, parry only exists just in case you have shitty agility, but you have really, really good weapon skill. And even then, parry is basically altogether useless against, like, 90% of things. Like, it's only good for parrying other melee strikes, whereas dodge, you can use it against melee, you can use it against range, you can use it against magic, you can use it against everything. Like, dodge is freaking incredible in Dark Heresy. To the extent that I always feel like it needed to be toned down a little bit by comparison to parry. Like, honestly, I think if they made it so dodge made it so if they just nerfed dodge so that you couldn't dodge magic, it would probably be a lot more in line. Because magic comes with such real risks, like Psyker powers come with such ridiculous risks in Warhammer 40k that it's like, it sucks when you risk the warp and then there's like, oh look, I jumped out of the way. Like, really? You jumped out of the way of a psychic bolt that was attacking, like, you as a, like, people can dodge my psychic mental reading powers and stuff, and it's just a little weird. Like, wait, so I'm invading your mind with my mind, but you're able to dodge that? Like, yeah, totally. That's just how the game works. That cheese mode set of headshots, though. We're probably going to have to Cygate out of here at some point. I was hoping to get the achievement. I was really, really hoping to get the achievement where you beat a mission without using a Cygate, but you go through Narthesium so fast in some of these, especially when the enemies are basically headshot aimbots with some of their abilities. Actually, we have a whole bunch of stamina. I'm going to try and get the hell out of here fast before we get pinned down. Ooh, there's a rocket launcher up there. Okay. I am going to flame out that hallway. Although it looks like some of the enemies have survived. And if I can get myself back inside one of these hallways, we'll be a lot safer, because that allows me to fight in, like, one direction instead of multiples. Not going to focus too heavily on getting after consoles or anything like that. Instead, I'm going to focus myself almost entirely. We don't need this array. We need the one that's below it. Okay, but yeah, I love Dark Heresy. My only problem with Dark Heresy is the inherent randomness of it. It's a very, very random game where you can be a high-level character who is 100% tuned to, like, only be social, or 100% only tuned to cast Psyker magic. And for whatever reason, it's just a really, really random game, so even, like, masters of certain things can have trouble doing those things every now and again. Which I think for me, there's always, with tabletop games, there's a bit of cognitive dissonance there. There's a little bit of cognitive dissonance where... What's up, guys? I always find it a little bit odd that your character can be like a master of all things psychic, basically, and he can still fail like 4 rolls in a row just based on the way the dice go. Which is one area where I actually think Shadowrun excels versus D&D, or like Dark Heresy. Shadowrun does a great job because it uses so many dice. It's very, very difficult. Like, if you've got 12d6 in a skill in Shadowrun, chances are you're going to do a pretty good job at that skill no matter what. It's pretty rare that I see somebody roll 12d6 and only get like 2 successes. Just doesn't happen very often. And that's where Edge comes in anyways. Shit, I'm just trying to stay around corners at this point. Yeah, we're gonna have to teleport out. There ain't no way on that one.
Side strain eliminated.
You put, like, a bunch of hive tyrants on me, and it's like, well, what am I gonna do? There's so many of them. Alright, so we got all of our stuff back. Let's get back into combat. Although there is the chance we'll just get one-shotted when we step through the portal, too. Hive tyrants are somewhat nasty and difficult to deal with. So there's one down right there. Something behind us just laid into us, but I think we got him. Shouldn't be too problematic.
We are the angels.
Hit that button. And now we just got one more to push before we're the hell up out of here. Oh, we only had to do 3 out of 4. Okay, yeah, we got a belt too, so that's pretty sweet. The Guardian of the Archive.
Go to the main shrine. We have teleporter lock to return you to the Strike Cruiser. Plasma chamber detonation countdown activated. Do not delay.
Is there a reason why my melee's not working? I was trying to punch down that wall, but my melee's not working right now. I'm pressing Q, but ain't shit happening. Oh, it's because I need stamina. Gotcha. You can't melee if you don't have stamina. Alright, that makes sense. So we have a little bit of time to get out of here, although it's not nearly as much time as I would like to have. Although I think we just have to go back to that big main area where all the statues are, and then we'll be the hell up out of here. Yeah, I love tabletop gaming. That was one of my big hopes for Roll Forward, is that someday it will become my main job, and then I can just do YouTube and Twitch on the side, just like a couple days a week. But Roll Forward will be like the main thing, just because tabletop gaming is something that is very, very near and dear to me. Something that I enjoy tremendously. Come on, guys. Stay moving. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Now we get to play a game of how many hive tyrants are out here. Oh, looky there. We found another boot. Alright, cool. Let's make our way to the teleport lock, for which hopefully we have the key. Everything in the Imperium uses like big skeleton keys, so get ready for that as a fun possibility if you're going to be part of this universe. What do you think you are doing? Oh, we've actually got to hold this for 90 seconds. Ah. That's going to be super fun to deal with. Alright, I'm just going to block that down right now. And hopefully the cooldown will be back up when I need it. Because that essentially just shut down everything that was coming from that direction. Trying to stay moving, but I would also recommend maybe they get rid of the vibration when you're aiming down scope like that. Like, they can keep the spread or whatever. Ooh, that was a good hit right there. That was a good kill. Trying to stay moving, too, because everything's spitting at me. Oh, shit. Alright, so that's one down. Wow. This is really sort of kicking off, isn't it? Damn. So I'm going to make a rough gamble and say that we survived that one. Why do we have just like a bulkhead full of sunlight? Is that expensive? Like, as far as the electrical bill goes, to maintain that, is that going to cost us something? Oh, so I suppose there's no outro or anything like that. That seems a little... Alright. I thought there was going to be like an outro video or something like that. Like we blew up the thing and then it was going to show us like in a hall of glory doing cool stuff. But no, I guess not. My name is Splattercat. This was Space Hulk Deathwing. It's definitely a flawed little game, but at the same time, if you're a 40k fan, I think you'll have fun with it. If you're new to 40k and you're just expecting like a really awesome video game, I'd wait a little while and see if they patch it and make it better maybe. But for 40k fans, you know, it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it on the way through. I mean, I kind of wish that it had more depth and more storyline and kind of more upgrades and stuff like that, but I mean, given the breadth of shitty 40k games that have been coming out lately, it's just kind of like beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on in. If you enjoyed this series, you wanted to play online, because you've seen the campaign now. Now, the game does have kind of like a Left 4 Dead version online gameplay, although I've heard that it has a lot of issues. You can get the game down below at the... I've left you a download link down there so you can check it out. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here. We'll do a new series next. I don't know what I'm playing next. I don't really have that planned out, but I'm sure it'll be awesome, just like everything else we play on the channel. See you later, everybody. Bye.